we're actually at a Chevrolet dealer. Today we got Justin here. Justin, thank you so much for meeting up with me.
No problem.
I do appreciate it. So Justin only works on Corvettes, right?
Yes, because I do a lot of the internal units, but anytime there is a Corvette that comes through, I'm the guy with the hands on it. This was one of my first that I picked up along with this Craftsman box over here.
Okay.
It was a great little box to start out with.
Yeah, I don't see these Craftsman boxes ever having like a little hutch like that.
Oh yeah,
That's neat.
They're pretty sweet. This is a Blue Point service tray right here. Anytime for any basic services, I mean, even just changing like an engine air filter or anything, just simple stuff, you know, just pliers, channel locks, picks, a few simple sockets, ratchets, and then obviously some stuff to grab some bolts when you drop them down deep in engine bays.
So this stays up here all the time?
All the time,
oh,
yep.
Wow.
In fact, I actually do have an impact that I put in one of my drawers back there, but I do keep that up here as well most of the time. But for pretty much everything, I mean, you have all your common sizes, you know, half all the way down to quarter,
I didn't see ratchets
and then all the sockets over here, yeah.
So these are your go-to ratchets here?
Exactly, yes.
Man, yours is so clean. Like, I think if I use this every day, it'd be like terrible.
Yeah, no, I mean, with being in and out of these Corvettes so much, I try to keep my hands just as much as my tools clean at all times.
Okay.
So, I mean, I will quite literally get a vacuum and, you know, some rags over there and some glass cleaner, and I'll make sure everything's wiped down as clean as I can. Obviously, you don't want to waste too much time on it, but you don't want to leave any scuffs or marks on customers' seats, paint, or anything like that. So try to keep it as high quality as we can.
So I see a lot of Snap-on. Are you mostly a fan of Snap-on?
I am a fan of Snap-on, but I'm more a fan of just getting a quality job done, just extremely trustworthy tools that I know won't break on me.
Nice.
I am a fan of all tools though. I love tools.
And then what's this guy?
Right here, this is a T-handle, and so this is actually a tool from Matco Tools. This is a 3/8 drive, and it's a spin handle. This is weighted so that you can hold on to that and spin. Reaching deep down into engine bays. Chevrolet really knows how to tuck their engines away inside their Corvettes. This is my other roll cart here. A little bit more of a stationary cart now.
Man, so you have like a ton of ratchets in there then.
Yeah, no, I mean, just every shape and size that you can need.
Do you have like, I guess all your go-tos over there. Do you have like a favorite?
I have a few. So, I mean, just, you know, your average 1/4 inch drive hard-handled ratchet. I mean, this one's sweet. But I think the one that I really enjoy the most is this small 1/4 inch one, just because it almost fits in the palm of your hand.
Oh,
So if you ever need to basically put your entire fist inside of a dash, upside down when you're not looking, you can put your fingers up, you can feel where it is, and then put the socket on and start ratcheting it off or on.
Genius.
This is a lot of my other common tools that I put up here. I've got magnets back here to hold all common sizes of wrenches that I use, filter claws and pry bars. I really love these lights.
Now, what are those?
This is my favorite thing. So these are pocket lights from Streamlight. And so I went ahead and threw a little bit of electrical tape around here to hold this clip in a little bit better, because I always put these on the bill of my hat.
What?
Turn them on. Yeah, and you can turn them all the way up to 325 lumens.
No way.
Yeah, so I actually went and bought 3 of them because I'll burn through them so quick.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I would lose, like if I had 3, I'd lose all 3 of those.
I've lost 2 already.
Oh, really?
So yeah, we definitely are sad about that. Funny enough, I mean, I keep a missing tools list on the wall. So I keep track of everything that I lose. So in some case, if a technician ever comes looking around and says, hey, did somebody lose this on the alignment rack or something? I'm like, well, I'll cross it off the list. I'm like, thanks for bringing it back. It's, you know, I'm not just claiming some random person's tools.
Right, yeah.
So, and then we have a bunch of trim tools and pry bars hanging out on the side.
Okay, yeah.
So, I mean, any size pry bar that you need, these are just from Cornwell. We got, let's see over here. Yeah, so this is actually a pipe or a brake line bender or a clutch line bender or anything like that. I do every Corvette that comes through. However, I do a lot of the internal units as well, and a lot of older vehicles. Obviously, when a C3 comes in, everything's discontinued.
Oh, God.
You know,
so you work on like even older than. Like,
oh yeah, quite a bit. Yep.
Yeah.
So anytime they'll come in, that's exactly what I'm here for.
Man, that's so cool. And so are you the only one here that does all Corvettes?
Yeah, I want to say that a lot of the older guys here, they don't quite enjoy the smaller, tight spaces and keeping clean.
Okay,
It's a preference thing. Top drawer, we've got a bunch of goodies up here. Allen keys and Torx bits. We've got triple squares. We've got Torx Plus. We've got impact rated ones, regular ones. We have a bunch of different adapters, more carbide scrapers. And one thing that I lose more than those pocket mates are pocket drivers.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'm wearing one right now, but I mean, I quite literally order these by the 20 every like 4 months. Yeah, because I mean, it's as easy as walking underneath a post on a lift, and these just get snagged to the lift, and you know, they lose them all the time. Got impacts, and just regular drill drivers, and a bunch of different angled ratchets as well. I mean, you've got 1/4 inch all the way up to half, 3/8 long or short and long, 3/8 and 1/4 inch impacts, and then this is actually the one that belongs over on my service tray. Love this tool. It's got a quick disconnect on this for different bits, and then you can set the torque for different, or set the clutch torque as well. So anytime that I'm putting on like trim pieces in plastic, you're gonna want to make sure that's all the way at the low. You don't want to use an impact on trim.
It looks like you have a mixture of Milwaukee and
I do, yes, yeah. I want to say that Snap-on's going to be your go-to for specific automotive use. They have a lot of tools oriented just around getting in certain tight places in an engine bay. They've been doing it for a long time and they do it well. Milwaukee, on the other hand, is great at an all-around tool. I mean, if you just need some raw power and you need reliability and a battery that lasts days on end, I mean, I can't remember the last time I've plugged in my Milwaukee batteries. But I mean, I guess maybe they're sitting on the charger right now because I'm missing 2. But going on to the next row, we've got some hammers right here in a few different weights. We have some mallets.
massive.
Yeah, no, we definitely don't mess around. If we need to, hit something hard, we'll go for the mallet. Too many almost at this point, sorts of different pliers. And then a while back ago, this is actually a serpentine belt installation tool made by Mac. I had to buy a second one of these because the first one I actually ended up having to grind down in order to create a hard top a latch release tool for a C8 Corvette.
Oh, no
So
way.
that releases, and this isn't a convertible right here, but imagine that it is, and you have latches that go out, and they're about right here. You pull off this B panel back here, and you essentially insert this through the back, twist it, and pull forward. And so there's no pick that's produced, and GM tells you to make a suitable tool. So I made a suitable tool for it. That's exactly what this is here for. Sorry, Mac Tools, I had to grind down one of your tools. Maybe you guys should make that. So a little bit more electric. We've got some basic battery test tools. We've got some test lights. We've got some coil pack testers. We've got another headband that's got a light on it. TPMS tool right there for relearns. I've got a multimeter back here as well. Snap-on's basic right back here. Yeah, this one's super awesome. Actually, my favorite part about this is the screen will light up. So anytime that you're doing it underneath the car or somewhere where you can't see very well, you can just turn that on. So one of my other favorite tools that I don't use often is going to be a thermal imager. And so this can actually help with diagnosing like heated, cooled seats, ventilation issues and things. You can actually see if there's any breaks inside the wires on the seat without having to rip it apart. Like on a radiator or intercoolers, I've used it on that stuff as well. Just seeing if there's any heat absorption areas that shouldn't be. Coming on down through here. Now this is my cutting drawer, I like to call it. I have files, I've got left-hand threaded drill bits, got burr bits, I've got bigger files, obviously some safety glasses, I've got some die grinders, and then I have this set by Mac set. Just about everything you'd ever need. These are super sweet. Love these a lot.
What's that guy?
Oh, this right here actually, it's a little bit better explained if I had a tube, but essentially anytime that you have RTV, like on an oil pan gasket, you can insert that through the back right here, and as you push down on this, the back of it is going to squeeze the tube forward. You could put a tube of toothpaste inside of this, and this will help squeeze out the paste. So you're holding the pan right here in your lap, and you're just going around on it. This helps out with that.
That's cool.
GM has recently updated their design on their GMS, and they went from that tube design to a cylinder design. I'll show you that actually in this drawer right here. This is the new design right here. Now they have that inside of here. So now you just have a full caulking gun.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I've got a grinder, hot glue gun, harmonic balancer remover tool. I've got a few miscellaneous pullers, heat gun, and other things like that. Once you have these cleared underneath the vehicle, you still have to install pucks. So these pucks actually sit inside the frame, and these actually are specific to certain places on the frame where it needs to be lifted.
Oh, okay.
It's balanced on the car, so that way, you know, the car doesn't have a hazard of falling off the lift,
Sure.
and it's also just a safe clearance,
Yeah.
so that you don't scratch body panels. Coming in here, we've got plenty of different things, anything from flashlights to, you know, thread pitch checkers. We've got fluids, power steering pullers in here. I've got inner tie rod end tools, clutch fender remover tools, serpentine belt tools, overhead light tool. This one's by Mac. I've got my shop vac down here, and then I've got a bunch of different stuff, bunch of different things.
Does this fold out?
Yeah, actually, this thing's pretty sweet. So I don't have the light in it right now, but you can move these around any direction that you'd like, and it's got a little clip right here in the middle. You just break that apart.
Oh, wow, look at that.
Yep, it's got a light right here on the end just for easy access, but the main job of this is just to clip this up onto the hood. So you can, whoops, clip that around right there, and then put that up on the hood and turn on the light, and it's pretty sweet. You can flip these around, and you can break that in half.
Nice.
Clip it back together, and you're done.
That's awesome. And these lights, looks like you have a few different
I
lights
do have
in
a few
here.
different lights. Yeah, these are some of my favorite. So this one right here, goes forward first, and then I'll aim it down so we don't blind us. But this one's sweet. I mean, you can obviously see it lights up the whole thing. I couldn't tell you everything I use these for, but I use them all the time, every day.
So then this is your newest box here. This is
an ARCA series toolbox by Cornwell. I just recently acquired this a few months ago. I traded in a blue Snap-on Master Series toolbox for this. That was only a double bank though.
Oh, gotcha.
Yep. So we upgraded to a triple bank by this one from Cornwell.
So the ARCA series, they just came out though, right? This is like
Yep.
newer style.
My Cornwell dealer told me they came out with this in March of 2023.
Oh, no way.
And so this was only on the truck for I think a few days probably.
Man,
I was like, well, we'll try Wyatt.
They got like 2 deep, like full-length drawers.
And it's amazing. Yeah, I'd never had that deep drawers before. The Master Series one, it didn't have too deep, and the one that it did was just the top. So this is probably the biggest one that we've got. This is a lot of my common tools that I'll come to. Starting over here, I've got more of these magnets on the bottom here that I kind of had over on the back of my roll cart. I've got a bunch of axle nut sockets, spline sockets.
Look at these are like super stubby.
Yeah, these are super stubby 1/4-inch drive sockets. These are by Blue Point. We've got a bunch of different extensions, and I'll actually pop open this drawer to help visualize that. So a bunch of different extensions in here, and we're obviously leaving some space to grow. So we've got wobbly extensions, and then we have just our straight locking extensions that I've got over here. We've got some 1/4 inches right here. We've got all our 1/2 inches in the back row, and we've got a lot of 3/8 right here. We've got semi-deeps, and then we've got some pry bars, as well as a bell housing extension. Oh yeah, engine mounts as well on 2015 Silverados and stuff.
Yeah.
And then just a locking 1/2-inch ratchet.
Locking.
Yeah, so I bought this specifically for the block heater recall on Chevy Duramaxes. If anybody knows anything about those, they've recalled the heck out of those. Mac RBRT bits. This is for helping get out stripped bolts, dig and bite into whatever is left and help extract that. I've never been left-handed.
Really?
That's all I'm gonna say. This is a digital angle gauge. So you can put that on control on while you're doing an alignment, and it'll tell you what angle you're holding it at. So I actually had to do that on a C6 recently. Right on down here, I've got this guy right here is this is a tool by Snap-on. It's like a power probe almost.
Okay.
So this will help send power, send ground. I also have a Snap-on scan tool. This is the Verus D10 scan tool.
Yeah.
And so this actually has a wireless connection to the OBD2 port. So it's got a little box that plugs into the OBD2. It Wi-Fi's to this, and then I'm able to do diagnostic straight from my toolbox.
Yeah.
I think this one is whole lot of fasteners. We got some long picks right here, short picks right here.
And then the O-ring spoons?
Yeah, pretty much just the seal poppers.
Gotcha.
The reason why I choose these softer grips rather than like those harder grip clips over there, or sorry, not clips, picks. So I have these quick picks to go to, and these are super easy to clean, and I use them super often.
Oh, okay.
And so these, however, if you are in a really greasy, watery area and you don't want to slip very easily, these are going to be what you're going to want to use. And so I've had times where I have to do a repair out in the parking lot and it's snowing and you just don't want to let go of a pick down an engine bay.
Yeah.
I'll probably grab one of these. But for the ones that I like to clean and use more often, keep right up there on the service tray. Bunch of miscellaneous stuff. We've got some air hammer bits. We have some more trim tools and some scrapers, and then a bunch of other fun stuff.
Awesome.
Bottom left-hand drawer of the box, got pressure testing kits. Right over here, I think.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Yeah, so this is my Matco. This helps pressurize cooling systems. This is terminal disconnect.
Oh, geez,
Right
that's
there.
a full set there.
Yep, so anytime that you need to disconnect a terminal or repin something,
Yeah.
I can go ahead and do that for you.
Nice.
So this is going to be another extractor kit. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
So a bunch more extractors. A
Nice.
lot of these are from Cornwell, a lot of the master kits.
So do you guys get all the trucks out here, like Snap-on, Matco?
Snap-on, Mac, Matco, and Cornwell, yes.
Oh, you get Mac too, huh?
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
have a bunch of Mac tools, yeah. Let's see, I'll pull out one more and we'll see
right.
what's going on here. I think this one's also one of my favorites. Small slide hammer kit. This one is sweet for pulling pilot bearings and diesel injectors. And I have used this a few times.
Nice.
So even though some of my tools don't look like they've ever been used, don't let it fool you. I'm just really good at cleaning. But yeah, lots of special tools and kits. Start back up with the second biggest one. We got a wrench drawer. I've got a bunch of different variations. Overflowed a little bit into this one over here.
Nice.
Locking, flex head, offset, ratcheting wrenches. Mac and Matco makes a similar set and they're sweet and I use them all the time. So it's almost just like a ready to go little socket already on side of a ratchet. Got regular wrenches, so these are the big ones. These go all the way up to 32.
Okay.
And then I have a set that is right here. It starts at 7. So I have 7 all the way up 25 and then 26, 27, 28, 30, 32.
Oh, wow. Oh, I love these, like the
Double flex. These are super awesome. These also have very similar to flank drive,
Oh,
but
okay.
these are by Cornwell.
Nice.
This was, I think, the second set of wrenches I ever bought.
Really?
So awesome. You've got some finger ratchets. These are by Cornwell. These are super awesome. I picked these up this week. These have never been used. And I mean, obviously, you know, you've got the double flex on there too. They go all the way from 7, 9, 10, 8, 11, 12. Just singular, regular flex heads. These are by Mac. These are awesome.
They're sweet, like 6-point?
Yeah, these are 6-point. The fill plug of the C8 transmissions, those specifically say to use a 6-point. It's an aluminum bolt, and they don't want you ruining it, so they go ahead and just tell you in service procedure just to use a 6-point. So right here, more pry bars right here. We got some ladies' feet. Yeah. Got some punches. If you can actually put your whole hand on it and avoid smashing your hand, I would recommend getting some of these larger picks as well.
Those are sweet.
Yeah, these are pretty sweet.
These came out not too long ago, right?
Yeah, I want to say these are pretty new. And going on down through here, we've got a lot of pliers. Small pliers back here, and below this we have snap ring pliers as well. And these are sweet. These are actually reversible. They're made by Snap-on, so that way you don't have to buy 2 sets.
The whole like are these like special?
Yeah, so these are made by Snap-on as well,
they are? Okay.
and these are just ply rack holders. They make some metal ones as well, but I really like these plastic ones.
Nice.
So they've got a little bit more space, they're a little bit taller as well.
Oh, okay.
That's what I really like about the box, is it's got a lot of tall drawers.
It does.
I know some people are a fan of some of the smaller, thinner drawers, and I have a few of those as well, but I'd rather you know, have a little bit of extra something and not need it, rather than need it and not have it.
Yeah.
Right.
And I see a lot of like the Knipex pliers in here. Are you?
So that's another thing as well. Snap-on and Knipex for pliers, and then Snap-on and Milwaukee for power tools.
Oh, awesome.
This is one of my favorites. So right down here, the reason why I have a drawer specifically dedicated to this is because all of these specific tools right here are calibrated, just to keep these tools as safe as possible. We've got digital and we've got click. And so we've got 1/2-inch digital and click Snap-on torque wrenches. These are both inside of the foam.
And this comes like as a set?
It does. Yeah, this is a pretty sweet set. And jumping back down here, I've got a 3/8 click type and digital torque wrench as well.
Oh, I love that black.
Oh yeah, the black head is very, very cool.
Too. That's sweet.
Very awesome. And then just 2 days ago, got this one finally. We've got a 1/4-inch torque wrench. We got the click type and the digital. And then right here we've got a manual one as well. This is what I use for measuring preloads on differentials.
Oh, okay.
And so that's what this will help with. And then anytime that you need to measure like a warped head or a warped engine block, this is what I've got this for. Straight edge.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to have like pliers or something in here like throwing
scratching up the screens or anything like that.
There's a lot of money in that drawer.
Substantially, yes. Like, oh wow, yeah, there's my savings account.
Right, exactly.
It's right there. Yeah, down here to the final one. We've got some more cases. Impact driver set. Awesome. Use that all the time. One time, a long time ago, I had a friend that needed me to do a compassion test on his engine. And I was like, what's a compassion test? He's like, oh, I didn't mean that. I meant compression test, but we put compassion on this. And so go ahead and open this up, and obviously we got a compassion tester inside of this. We need to make sure that all engines have correct an adequate amount of compassion.
That's perfect.
And so, yeah, we've got a few other cases in here. Go ahead and open up this one for you. This is a dial indicator. And so this is, I've only used this one time as well. Okay. I know it almost doesn't look used. But this is for measuring like backlash and play on just about anything you need, mainly differentials for me. Is pretty much what we had right up on that stand. It's gonna be more of these bearings right here. Actually, these pop in, they kind of have a little bit of a ball right here on this.
Oh, okay.
Right there. So you can pop these off and on.
Nice.
And for any time, let's say you're like, well, what if I need to get all the way to a differential, but there's not a lot of room around it? I need to go all the way through the wheel well.
Right.
He goes, okay, well, Snap-on makes this guy right over here. Much longer one.
Whoa.
Go ahead and put that through, and you can reach this all the way. Let's say that there's a bearing clear back here on a diff.
Right.
You can reach this all the way through.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead and pound that seal or bearing straight in.
Yeah.
And you get the job done. So
sweet.
Right over here we've got the charging station.
Yeah.
We've got some wires and some stuff jumbled up. I need to do some reorganizing in this. However, pulling batteries off super quick and needing to get back to a job, it kind of just gets thrown around a little bit, but got plenty of batteries locked and loaded, ready to go. Yeah. Got some impacts. So we've got some pneumatic impacts, both 1/2 inch, and then we have one that's 3/8. We've got our air hammer right here, and then we have our M18 Milwaukee 1/2 inch right here. This one is super awesome. Also one of my first buys that I had, and then another 1/2 inch Snap-on impact right here.
How would you compare these to, like the
Milwaukee just wins all the way around. Yeah. This is not Snap-on's newest design. This one's definitely a few years old. However, I did want to just have a second 1/2 inch for any sort of reason.
Sure.
Whether I needed to take one home real quick or anything like that.
And then as far as like this air hammer, does it hit pretty hard, the Cornwell? Yeah,
no, it's a super awesome tool. I would say that when you need an air hammer, there's no necessarily way around it. It's like sometimes you just need to get it done that way. However, I've never had an issue with that. Got a little bit of station.
That's so sweet.
It's a cool little station right here, and I've got my phone charger right here.
Awesome.
I want to say that, like, for a lot of my day, I will have my phone on my charger just because I don't have a case on my phone. I don't like having a case on my phone. So I just have it like this.
You are brave.
Yeah, so I will just come over here and I'll set this on my phone, and then I've got some AirPods, and that way Siri will tell me if I'm getting a call, and I can answer it, and I can be hands up somewhere, and I can take a full phone call, and I can talk to somebody, and then Siri will read a text message to me. If it's important, I'll respond, but that way, every time I hear a ding, I don't have to come over, take my gloves off, check my phone. It's quick and easy. Just go straight to my ear. It's almost like an additional tool in my toolbox. And that way I'm not trying to get my phone greasy, grimy, drop it, shatter it, do anything like that. But I love the look of it. So
I wish I could do. I'd drop my phone way too much if I did.
Yeah, there is that. So the wrench drawer. Come on down through this one. Specific to engine building. If I have this open, I'm probably building an engine.
Gotcha.
So I've got 2 different thread pitches of bolts to go through engine stands to hold engines. Main cap pullers, ring compression tools, balancer installation tool, front cover alignment tool, rear and front cover alignment tool, clearance gauges over here. Jumping on down here, this is a little bit more of a personal drawer, junk drawer. And then coming on down here, we've got some other specific stuff. We've got some ring compression tools, oil cap, little adapters, some more pucks, so these go underneath the frames on the Corvettes. These offer a little bit more clearance.
So is it just the C8s that have these, or is it
C5 and up?
No way.
Yep. So all the way from 1997.
So what if you use like just like this rotary lift? If you don't have those, are you gonna like smash a bunch of stuff if you?
I would advise to just use it. $16 on Amazon. I'm gonna tell you to just not try and lift a Corvette in your driveway with a jack. We're gonna be honest, and we're lifting cars 10 feet in the air, and we're pulling out powertrains, and there are specific tools for making sure the car's balanced at all times. Just use these. They've made those places in the frame reinforced to make sure that it holds it stably. Nuts and bolts.
Man, you got a bunch of stuff.
A lot of them. Yeah. Coming down on through here, we've got some more specific stuff. I've got resistors even for resoldering in resistors inside of different modules and things. We've got some squeegees for putting on decals on windows. Dent puller set, AC service kits, just a few other random stuff. Down here is a little bit more electrical stuff. This is the lab scope that actually has the battery that goes into this.
Oh, wow.
So this is a little bit of an older one, specifically.
The Vantage Pro.
Yeah, so this goes back years. And
awesome.
actually, anytime that I need to see, let's say, a pinout on a 2004 Audi S4, right? Something super random. This probably has the pinout to it.
Wow.
And it'll tell me where to test, how to test, where to lab scope, different things like that. It's got all your different connections and adapters back there. It's super sweet. You got an amp hound. For anybody that knows what these are sweet. Anytime you're trying to find a parasitic draw, let's say you're doing a voltage drop test and you need to see if there's current going through a circuit.
Okay.
Instead of having to continue to look at your multimeter again and again to see the amperage difference, this will actually beep depending on the amperage change. I don't do parasitic draw too often, but when you do, it's a pain. It always is. Coming on down here, my vacuum, my pneumatic vacuum. Super small tip.
Does that have pretty good suction?
Extremely.
Does it really?
Very impressed. I've got a few other adapters and tools. These hoses right here actually go to a lot of these here.
Gotcha.
This is just an average pneumatic suction tool.
Okay.
This is a pneumatic coolant refill tool, and this is a transmission service tool. This will actually suck fluid out and put new fluid in. Most of the time I'll actually just stick this down the dipstick, suck all the extra fluid out, and then I will pour in any fluid. This top will come off. Let's say you need exactly 5.4 quarts of fluid going in.
Right.
You pour in 5.4 quarts, you go ahead and push this down and hit go, done. Let's say, you need to just finish tightening up a bolt, you can just walk away for a second and it'll just automatically fill exactly 5.4 quarts in and you're done. Just stuff. We've got a scan tool right here. This is a GM MDI. This communicates with a dongle that's plugged into my laptop so that I can visualize anything and everything inside of a computer on a GM vehicle. Then we have a bunch of other, I haven't even opened up this yet. This is to feed wires through. So you go ahead and screw one of these ends onto this handle. The handle has a little hole in the back. Feed a wire through it, and these will poke through a dash.
I've seen them where they're just like straight.
Yeah, I've seen them with a straight. This one curves.
That's
curves
that's
back and
cool.
forth. Yeah.
I love your setup here, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Put a lot of time and
cool.
hours into it, and I'm super happy with how everything panned out.
Yeah. Justin, I sure appreciate you.
Yeah, of course.
Running
Thank you
through
for
all
your
your
time.
tools with me, man. Yeah, such a sweet set. It's like such a cool job. Oh, I love it.
Some wouldn't call it a job, more of a dream.
There you go. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. But yeah, till the next one, we'll see you.
Can memorize your driving habits. It's got air suspension on it, so anytime that you're going into a parking lot that it knows you normally raise the suspension to go through, it'll automatically start raising the vehicle.
No
Anytime that I
way.
pull into my stall with a vehicle that's been in here before, it'll give me the message, auto lifting.